Hey everyone, Knicks go up 2-0 in the series, but, well, a couple things, but don't feel great about it because, look, I appreciate where they're at. 2 games away from Eastern Conference Finals is not something that we shouldn't be happy about and shouldn't focus on, but the OG injury is a huge cloud over this win. Checked out of the game. There's a clip going around of like when it happened. He made a cut, felt something in his leg, then went to dunk it and missed the dunk, and then that's out of the game. So hopefully it's a cramp, but based on him coming out of the game with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, going straight to the locker room, and his history of injuries, of leg injuries, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't sound great. If it's a serious injury, the Knicks need OG Anunoby, maybe not to win this series, but definitely to win a championship. And most likely to get through even to the finals, they need OG. So yeah, it's unfortunate. But yeah, we don't know the severity. We don't know exactly what it is. So hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully it's just a cramp, or hopefully it's something that heals up in a week, and they'll have OG for a potential long run into June. Let's talk about this game. Sistat, of course. Not only is he a no-show for the second straight game reaction, he won't even respond to my text. Completely ghosted. He's probably in a bad way. Sixers are down 2-0. He's nuts. He reacts to these losses like it's a family member's hurt. It's like the way he gets down about this is not good. He didn't respond. We have a podcast. We're doing game reactions. No response. So, I tell you how he is as a sports fan. That's what makes this podcast fun. Is he's a crazy nut job sports fan. I was talking to him earlier, and he asked, like, "What would you do if the Knicks lost? You wouldn't be mad?" I'm like, I'd be upset, but I'd be able to go on in my life. I'd go on and do a game reaction for the podcast. I'd talk to you. I'd text people. I wouldn't like go into a shell and be angry as a person. So that's the situation. That's why it's just me solo. The game. Knicks win 108-102. No Embiid, no Mitch for the Knicks. Eventually no OG at the very end. But look, when I saw the news about it, no Embiid, Sister actually is the one that texted me. That's how I found out at first. I started messaging people, and every Knicks fan I messaged was like, "Oh, series over. Oh, this is gonna be easy." I'm like, I don't know. The game one, Joel Embiid was a huge liability to the Sixers. So I said, look, I don't know about that. Plus, I think Maxi's gonna come out more aggressive. They're gonna be able to play faster without him. All those things happened. Maxi got Cat in foul trouble early. The whole first half, Cat was in foul trouble. But look, I think a couple things. One, they found a way to win. So great for the Knicks. The Sixers, they found a way to lose. The Sixers looked really tired in the fourth quarter. And part of that is because they only had one day off after a 7-game series, and then only one day off after game one. And part of that is because they essentially played 5 shooters. When I mean, they played, 7 overall, but they played 5 guys who actually shoot, right? They were exhausted. Maxey played 46 minutes. Of course, he was coming up short on his shots down the stretch because he was exhausted. And I think that played a big role down the stretch. Obviously, Brunson, the Knicks didn't make a lot of shots on the fourth quarter either, but Brunson made those 2 with Barlow on him. And they found a way. The Knicks just found a way to win. It wasn't a great game by the Knicks. The Sixers did a lot of things really well. They shot 50% from 3 in the first half. They had Cat in foul trouble the whole first half because, look, Cat, you got to stay out of foul trouble because when he played, he was unstoppable in this game. Cat played only 27 minutes because of the foul trouble. In 27 minutes, he had 20 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. They had no answer for Cat. They tried Drummond, they tried Bona, they tried Paul George, and Paul George held his own, I guess, but they don't have an answer for Cat. You just have to static. The only answer they have for Cat is get him in foul trouble and get him out of the game. So the Sixers, they 3-point shooting, really good in the first half. Getting to the free throw line, getting the Knicks in the bonus. A lot of things went well for the Sixers in the first half. Knicks were missing their threes. The Knicks shot really poorly from 3 for the game. So a lot of those threes Oh, some of them were uncontested, but there was a good amount of contested threes that the Sixers were making, especially Paul George was making contested threes. And you just knew that guys like Oubre, Edgecombe, these guys aren't great 3-point shooters. As the game goes on, especially as they get more tired, they're going to miss. So that's what happened down the stretch. That's what happened in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks were able to pull it out, partly because the Sixers were tired, partly because the Knicks are just very physical and wear on teams. For the Knicks' perspective, OG was awesome in this game before the injury. I mean, just another great game. 9 for 17 shooting, 24 points. His defense was great. He had a bunch of deflections. He had a steal, helping out with a help defense on Maxey. OG was awesome. Cutting, off ball movement, driving aggressively, finishing at the rim. Just using his strength. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, OG was great. I thought Hart played a decent game. I think he was way too hesitant to shoot. He was getting way too bothered by the refs. It was impacting the way he was playing. It was you even saw like towards the end, like Cat was like pushing him away. But Cat was incredible, just the foul trouble. Just got us out of it. And I understand, like part of it is like he's so quick, and he just lunges at the big men, and he lunges at Cat like right into his arms, and it's like, what is Cat supposed to do? And if the officials are going to call that, which some do, some don't, well, Cat doesn't have that much of a. He doesn't. It's not really on Cat, but what's on Cat is the illegal screen. You can't take an offensive foul or a loose ball foul when you have these circumstances with Maxey just going right at you and drawing contact. You can live with those fouls. You can't live with the illegal screen fouls. So that's something that if he just cleans that up, and I think he only had one in the game, but that's big. That's big. Much better in the second half by Cat at staying out of foul trouble. So hopefully he carries that over. I thought Bridges was great. Bridges 9 for 13 shooting. I thought he could have shot more, could have been a little bit more aggressive. But Bridges was great. Obviously, did everything in the flow of the offense. Played a great game. Obviously, was on Maxey most of the night. Did a good job on him. Not as good as game one, but did a good job. Maxey was a lot more aggressive in this game, which I expected, but he wasn't efficient. And part of that is because of Bridges. Part of that is the overall scheme. Part of that is fatigue. And then Brunson, I think. So Brunson had a pretty good game. He had not a very efficient game. 9 for 21 from the floor. 1 of 5 from 3. He didn't shoot the 3-ball well. He missed a couple open looks. But overall, I liked his game. I thought that the Knicks, I don't know if this is a Brunson thing specifically, but the Knicks were hunting the Brunson versus Barlow matchup way too much. Barlow was holding his own and playing good defense on him. Stop hunting it. Like, just play offense. Run plays. Do everything off ball. Get other guys involved. Like, run the pick and roll. Stop just trying to hunt this Brunson versus Barlow matchup. It wasn't an efficient matchup for Brunson, at least not tonight. And yes, down the stretch of the game, he hit those 2 big shots on him. So you keep giving Brunson chances, he's gonna come through, especially in crunch time. So I thought Brunson was good, and obviously this is talking about Brunson and analyzing assessing his game is always on there's a certain standard, right, that Brunson has set where it's like this standard is really high. So saying Brunson was all right is like saying like most guys had a great game. I mean, that's kind of, there are very few players in the NBA that can consistently score over 25 points a game in playoff games with the other team game planning and scheming to stop them. So this is a very high standard when I'm analyzing and assessing Jalen Brunson's game. I thought for Jalen Brunson, he was okay tonight. But look, the Knicks found a way. Deuce played some big minutes off the bench. I thought the center, the non-Cat centers were awful. Porty was awful in this game. When they tried to go to Sohan as small for a minute or two. That was awful. Yeah. The Knicks need Mitch. They need Mitch, and they need Cat to stay out of foul trouble. So that's kind of it. I hope OG's okay. Knicks go up 2-0. They're 2 wins away from advancing the conference finals. 2 years ago against the Pacers in the semifinals, they went up 2-0, and in game 2, OG got hurt and hurt his hamstring. So hopefully that's not, and then didn't come back until he tried to play in game 7, played like a few minutes and came out. So hopefully that's not a repeat of that. But great, happy Knicks are up 2-0. Sistad, no show. Ghosted me, no response to my text. He was supposed to let me know if he was able to come on after this. Nothing. He's angry. He's upset. He feels defeated. Sixers fans, I get it. You blew your chance. You had a chance at a game. You had a chance to steal this game, and you didn't do it. And it was an opportunity, a really good opportunity there to win a game, to even the series. And if you're a Sixers fan, you feel like you just blew your chance to get back in the series. So we'll see about Embiid's health going forward. We'll see about OG's health going forward. We'll see about Mitchell Robinson's illness or health going forward. Knicks up 2-0. That's good. OG injury bad. And that's it. I'll be back on after game 3 for a recap. Hopefully, since that will be with me there. But I think we can just understand if the Sixers win, he'll show up. If they don't, he won't. I think that's the point now. So probably a lot like Philadelphia, probably a lot like Joel Embiid, who just may or may not show up for game 3. It's the unknown. So everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you after game 3.